watching BBN Tonight on your official UK sports station, LEX 18. Presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK athletics.
Hey, welcome back to BBN Tonight. A lot to unpack with the ending of the football season on Saturday.
So we're bringing in the big guns. Tom Leach of the UK Sports Network, the voice of the Wildcats. You called the big game Saturday night when Kentucky looked really pretty good against a decimated South Carolina team. But then Sunday, the decision to let Eddie Grant and Darren Hinshaw know. You know those guys better than most of us. So, Tom, you know this was not an easy decision for Mark Stoops.
No, it wasn't. I think you could tell that in the news conference. Those guys spend a lot of time together in meetings, everybody on the staff. So they get close. And, Kentucky's had a lot of good times in the time that Eddie Grant and Darren Hinshaw have been here. It's up to Mark Stoops as the top guy to make the decision if he needs to make a change to be able to get it to the level that he wants to take it higher. And if that's what he feels is needed, then you have to respect the decision. But I don't think it was an easy one, no.
And now that the move has been made, the big question is who's up next to get Kentucky out of the middle tier of the SEC and competing with top contenders like Florida and Georgia, specifically in the East. Stoops says he's open to any idea.
You also have an obligation to make sure we're progressing and having an offense that is exciting to watch, that puts fans in the stands. We need that. You need to attract the right guys in recruiting and constantly move forward. So I'm wide open. I think it would be extremely difficult to go from one extreme to the other. We've seen that in this league, and it's difficult. So, I want to be balanced, but I want to be exciting to watch as well.
Tom, what do you make of Stoops' comments there on needing to be exciting to watch?
Well, I think when you think about an offensive coordinator, you typically think of play calling, and I think there's more to a decision like this when a head coach makes it than that could be part of it, but it also just the recruiting piece could be a big part of it. And, getting fans energized, it's, Kentucky, when you win, I think people are kind of content with whatever you're doing for the most part, but Kentucky has not been able to find a way to throw the ball effectively. Last year was understandable when they had to convert a wide receiver to quarterback, but they've got to find a way, whether it's scheme, play calling, personnel, whatever, to get better at throwing the football if they want to continue to climb upward in the Eastern Division of the SEC. And so, fans are a part of that to get them excited, but I think even more so is recruits and getting the kinds of players in to have the balance that they want. I don't think he's looking to, go air raid or anything or throw it 60 times a game. But I do think they I think they sincerely know they need to be better throwing the football, and they should be good at it as well as they run the football. You should be able to complement that with a good downfield passing game. I think in 16, Eddie Grant and Darren Hinshaw's first year, you saw Kentucky do that with a lot of deep shots that Steven Johnson was able to hit. Remember the start of the first touchdown in the Louisville game. So that's what they need to be able to get to.
You mentioned recruiting, and if you are one of those top receivers out there and you see back-to-back years of a team averaging 115 to 130 yards passing, that's tough to say, well, that's where I want to go. And the signing day is coming up rather quickly. That being said, is it more important to get the right guy here or someone right now, because you need to send that message to recruits?
I think it's imperative you get the right guy, whatever that takes. If it takes a little longer, so be it. I think you can tell recruits, wide receivers, for instance, that you've recruited, that what you're thinking. You can be more candid with them than you're going to be in a media setting, but you can tell them what's coming. And if they've trusted you to the point where they've committed to you, they're going to believe in what you're telling them there. So it would be great if it could happen by signing day, but I don't know that will be the case. But they've got to be able to have a message, because you can certainly bet that other schools are using the ineffectiveness of a passing attack against Kentucky, trying to sway commitments or keep them from getting new ones.
Certainly, and it's also just a crazy year and everything, but because there are still so many teams that are playing their regular season, it's got to be a little bit more difficult for Mark to go out and talk to these guys while they're still maybe playing regular season games. But listen, we are just getting started, bro. So, Tom, can you stick with us? We've got much more to talk about. Stay with us.
I lost you there for a second.
Nope, stay with us. We got more to talk about right after
Okay.
this. Not good news, but we got more. Stay with us. We'll be right back.